So our final midfielder, the Serbian international Dusan Tadic, had hot cold spells this season. Nick, how would you rate his season?
Well, as you say, it's a case of hot and cold. At times he's looked unplayable. At other times he's looked I wouldn't quite say a waste of space, because I still think he does contribute. He's very good. When you've got the game by the scruff of the neck, as we did have a lot in the second half of the season, he can be very good. He can deliver a ball, he can score goals, and he can appeal to referees. And, you know, we can't put his ability to fall over in penalty areas lightly. But, you know, I like Dusan Tadic. Again, he's a vital member of the squad. Gone are the days when you had your Maurizio Pochettino starting 11 and only another 2 players got looking on that. This is a squad game, and Dusan Tadic has his his uses in that squad system. You know, perhaps when you're under the thumb at certain games, you don't want him in the starting lineup. But he's a great player in difficult games to come on in the last 20 minutes when you've nailed it down and win the game for you.
Yeah. Clive, how would you rate his season? He came on quite a lot, actually, sort of around the January time, and he was an impact substitute. Do you think he's trying not to become an impact sub? He had a good finish to the season.
Yeah, a bit like Shane Long, really. He wanted to get in the team, and you could see from his body language he wasn't particularly impressed with being on the bench. He has antics that get under your skin a little bit, doing this to referees and, like Nick said, diving in the penalty areas. And if he just stuck to what he does as a footballer, which I think he did towards the end of the season, I think he really, really knuckled down. And we saw the best of Dusan Tadic, and that is very, very good player. That's a very, very good player. One of the top. I mean, I'm not one for statistics, but they don't lie. He was the top assists man in the Premier League, I believe, was he not?
Holding top.
Very useful. Just the only negative thing is that he does disappear in games sometimes. But I think Koeman is shrewd enough to then rejig the team and get us going again. But yeah, when he plays, he's superb. He really is a top player. And I don't think we know what we've got. You know, the fans maybe they do appreciate him, but I don't know if they know how good he is. Because those top assists is a vital part of the game.
Yeah. I think it's, as Clive says, his application. I think in the early part of the season, we were in a transitional period, and I don't know whether some of the squad and maybe Dusan Tadic thought we'd done well the previous season and we only just had to go on the pitch and it would kick off again, because we were playing teams in the early doors like Newcastle, Everton, Watford, you know, sides that we should have been beating and have been beating. And I don't think we applied ourselves, and I don't think Dusan he applied himself either. You know, he didn't cover his man marking back a little bit, and that presented problems for Target, because Target wasn't a fast player like Bertrand, and perhaps once we got Bertrand back, that gave Dusan Tadic a little bit more freedom to roam a bit. So, you know, I think he's a great player, great asset to the squad. We don't know, as Clive says, what we've got. And, you know, Ronald Koeman got it right. And if he sees that, i.e. Tadic sees that, and sees what the benefits of it, he could be player of the year next year.
How would you rate his season out of 10, mate?
I'm going to give him 8. There's times he was a 9, there's times he was a 5. But I think overall, 8. And it's about contribution. It's not about playing in every game in the modern game. It's about contributions.
Clive, how would you rate his season out of 10, mate?
Oh, Dusan, 8.5 Tadic. Yes, I think 8.5 because of he's got that top quality.
I think I'll go far as a 7.5. Went missing a few games, but also sort of made up for it in the second half of the season, finishing the Premier League table on the top of the assist chart. But let us know in the comments below what you think Dusan Tadic season out of 10. Is he your player of the season? Subscribe for more.